Hello, my name is Skylar Aho, and today I am going to give you some key factors in helping you identify three very common pine trees. The three species I'm going to talk about is the red pine, the eastern white pine, and the Scotch pine. The tips I will give you will help you identify these trees based on the needles and cones. The first one I'm going to discuss is the red pine. The red pine will have needles that grow in clusters of two. The needles will be 3 to 5 inches long, and the cones will only be 1 to 2 inches long. As you can see, there are only clusters of two coming off of the branch on this, and the needles are roughly 3 to 5 inches long. They are fairly longer than you'll find on another species like the Scotch pine. The cones will only be 1 to 2 inches long, unlike an eastern white pine where you'll find them much larger. The second pine tree I'm going to discuss is the white pine. The needles on a white pine are roughly the same length as the ones on a red pine, but unlike a red pine, they'll grow in clusters of 5, and the cones are also much larger. As you can see, there are clusters of 5 growing off of the branches, indicating that it is a white pine. The cones are fairly bigger than also found on a red pine, measuring 3 to 6 inches long. This will help you have a dead giveaway whether or not it is a red or white or Scotch pine. The third pine tree I'm going to discuss is the Scotch pine. The needles are much shorter than both the red and the white pine, only 1 to 3 inches long. The cones are roughly the same size as that as a red pine, but the color will help you give it away considering they have a whitish hue to them. The needles will appear to be twisted as they leave the stem. As you can see, a Scotch pine will only grow in clusters of 2. The needles will appear twisted, and they are much shorter. The cones are also much smaller than found on species such as a white pine, helping you identify it as a Scotch pine. Between the three, I feel this is the easiest to identify out in the woods. With these helpful tips, hopefully you are more successful in being able to determine the difference from these three very common pine tree species. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good day.